Welcome to the how-to of a body harness. My name is Chad, and as an assignment, I was to create a presentation and present this information on an OSHA topic. My topic comes from the 29th Code of Federal Regulation 1926-500, which is the fall protection section. The fall protection section under the 29th CFR is very, very large. However, I've chosen a small portion having to deal with the body harness. So we will learn the how-tos of a body harness. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration mandates a duty to employers about fall protection, meaning it is the duty of employers to train all its employees to recognize conditions that would expose them to fall hazards, equipment to use in reducing the hazards of falls and falling objects, and the procedures to follow in the event of a fall. You can find all this information under the 29th Code of Federal Regulations 1926.503A. The objectives of this course is, after the course, you should be able to select a body harness, inspect a body harness for serviceability, properly don and adjust a body harness, and then clean and store the body harness appropriately. Workers who are to utilize the body harness as part of a personal fall arrest system must be trained to recognize fall hazards and in the use of a complete system before they are to wear a body harness. You can reference the American National Standards Institute and the American Society of Safety Engineers Z359 Fall Protection Code for more information. Our first objective is the selection of a body harness. Selecting a body harness will depend on body type and the work environment that the harness will be used in. Manufacturers have different specifications regarding work environment capabilities. For example, Miller Manufacturer recommends their harnesses to have a 5-year shelf life, while DBI Sala does not recommend any shelf life replacement. DBI Sala does recommend their equipment be inspected by a competent person trained for such inspections. Selecting a body harness will have to depend solely on body composition. Body composition. Most body harnesses have a maximum capacity of 310 pounds, which means an individual that exceeds that weight, including their tools they're to be using, should not be wearing most body harnesses. They would have to have special considerations. An example of that: if an individual weighs 290 pounds and his tools weigh 35 pounds, and he is to wear a harness and work at a height, if you add those two amounts together, it will exceed the 310-pound maximum capacity of most body harnesses. Therefore, he will need to choose a different type of body harness that will hold him should he fall. The biggest question to ask when wearing a body harness is, if I should happen to fall, will this harness catch me? Inspection of a body harness. 29 CFR 1926-502D21 states personal fall arrest systems shall be inspected prior to each use for wear, damage, and other deterioration, and defective components shall be removed from service. Follow manufacturer guidelines for inspection of body harnesses. Inspecting a body harness. What to look for? One of the biggest things you should be looking for in the inspection of your body harness is signs of impact loaded equipment. Impact loaded means that an individual could have fallen into that harness. One of the biggest signs of an impact loaded harness is oblong belt loops on the leg strap. It will be shaped sort of like little footballs. That's a clear indicator that that harness has been impact loaded and should be removed from service. Other items to look for: bent, broken or worn D-ring buckles or any metal parts, broken stitches in any stitch pattern in the harness, wear and tear from certain tasks such as welding. Spoke of these conditions earlier. Welders normally having to wear a body harness puts a lot of wear and tear on their harness from slag falling on the harness and causing burns in the harness. Such harnesses should be removed from service. Missing tags is one of the biggest problems that the industry faces with these harnesses. The tag indicates what is the maximum capacity of that body harness. With that tag missing, how do you know what the maximum capacity for that harness is, or what the harness is rated for? Therefore, a harness with no tag should be removed from service. The donning of a body harness. Upon inspection of the body harness, to inspect it, all of your adjustable parts of the body harness should be extended fully for a complete inspection. Therefore, it should be fully extended prior to you donning a harness for a more complete fit. Whenever wearing a body harness, it should be worn correctly at all times, with nothing loose to catch onto things. The chest strap is mainly that. Chest strap goes right across the dorsal part of your chest, right across the chest bone. Should be worn correctly. Indications of a chest strap not worn correctly: if you could take the shoulder straps and peel them off both shoulders and take the harness off of your body without unbuckling the chest strap, it is worn incorrectly. Most of the times, those chest straps will have a tendency to wander either up or down. Wandering down will cause an individual to fall out of the harness should they happen to fall. If it crawls up to the top and an individual falls, it may have a chance to choke the individual. So make sure the chest strap is in the correct position and adjusted correctly. Leg straps. Biggest question that comes across: how tight should leg straps be? Will they cut off circulation? In order for a leg strap to cut off circulation to the legs, it would have to cut off the femoral artery. In order to cut off the femoral artery, you would have to have a tourniquet, and it would have to be extremely tight for it to do that. Good rule of thumb: harnesses are not meant to be comfortable. They are to be worn correctly. They are life-saving gear. So how tight should a leg strap be? You should be able to take your hand and slide it in between your leg and the strap. However, you should not be able to turn your head completely sideways with the strap over your hand, meaning your hand should not be able to stand straight up under the strap. If you're able to stand your hand straight up, the leg straps are too loose. Adjust them appropriately. The D-ring of the harness, which is where you should be connecting your lanyards, self-retracting lifelines, and any other equipment. The D-ring should go right in the center of the back between the shoulder blades. Good rule of thumb: you should be able to reach back with either hand to grab hold of the D-ring to connect these devices to it. Tailbone strap is one of the most peculiar pieces of this body harness. It goes into a specific location. Lots of times, workers will let that tailbone strap creep up to the top of the tailbone. It actually belongs below the tailbone. In the event of a fall, you will fall right into the harness, and that tailbone strap will cradle the buttocks, taking less stress off of the spine. Make sure that strap is in a correct position. Lots of harnesses will have integrated equipment with it, such as this one has a body belt integrated to it. As of January 1st, 1998, the use of a body belt as part of a personal fall arrest system is prohibited according to OSHA regulations. If these items are integrated into your body harness, they are to be fitted as well. And again, make sure that when you wear a body harness, they are to be worn correctly at all times, with nothing loose or anything that can catch on to something. The next pictures are very, very graphic, and warning, if you are a little queasy, please look away. Do not look at these, bypass them if you can. But this is an example of an individual not wearing his body harness correctly. He was wearing it with one of the leg straps loose, or something loose enough that a pump was able to grab onto his body harness and pull this individual into the pump. And here are the pictures of that. So I implore you again, if you wear a body harness, wear it correctly, wear it fitted to your body, wear it tight until you need to be able to use it. If you are not using the body harness at that time, remove it from your body and hang it in a location where you can get to it. Care of a body harness. Cleaning. Because of the material, most harnesses should be able to be washed with mild soap and warm water. Follow manufacturer's instructions for cleaning. Storing. Protective equipment should be stored in a cool, dry place out of the elements. Direct sunlight and harsh working environments could cause damage to your equipment. It goes back to welders, painters, anything that could damage your equipment. Please store or utilize the correct equipment for these conditions. In conclusion, by now you should have an understanding of how to select the proper body harness, how to inspect your equipment, how to don a body harnesses, and things not to do when you have a harness on, and how to clean and store your equipment. Thank you. This is the end of my presentation. Just a little side note before I go. Embrace change. Don't battle it. Thank you.